A very good afternoon to you. How do you do today?
Very fine, thank God. Good afternoon.
I'm glad to hear that you're fine.
Yeah.
Right. So, what's your name?
My name is Jason Ifemi Tenten Ashore.
So, Jason Ifemi Tenten Ashore. What do you do? Who are you?
Okay. I'm a young individual who is interested in people, purpose, and potentials. But currently, I work with an edtech startup where we are trying to use artificial intelligence to solve the barriers people face when they are getting to start their tech careers, to start or advance their tech careers. I also work with a non-profit where we focus on two SDG goals, SDG 4 and SDG 13, quality education and climate action.
I really love it. Since you're really passionate about people and sustainable development goals.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. All right. Great. So, in what year did you join CTDF?
Okay. My journey with CTDF started in 2018. 2018. This is the 7th year.
This is the 7th year. That has been a long time coming, right? So, what led you to join CTDF? What's the story behind you in CTDF?
Okay. So at the time, I have a friend who shared something on his WhatsApp status at the time. So it was a virtual session that was going to happen, and it was themed from boys to men, right? And then I asked him that I was interested in the session, and then he told me to join the group chat. And that was the group chat at the time was titled Teens with a Difference. And then I joined the group chat, and that was where the journey started from.
Glad to hear that it was through somebody that you got into CTDF, right? And you are one of the old people, right, in CTDF, right?
One of the oldest.
One of the
oldest.
One of the oldest, right?
Yeah.
And that's beautiful, right? So how would you say that CTDF has shaped who you are as a person?
Okay, so whenever I'm asked to tell a story about myself or my growth, I reference CTDF always, because CTDF is the background of it all. CTDF is where it started from. So at the time, I was very young, and Estrella, who is the founder of CTDF, was someone that was very interested in me, because we had conversations around like different things. And then at the time, she would start to send me applications into programs, applications to fellowship, asking me to sign up to join all of those things. So even though I did not get those things at the time, but like it gave me something to look up to. It gave me like a standard. It gave me an expectation of what I should be doing, right? So that is how CTDF shaped me. So all of those things were things that I took into the outside world, and then most especially when I gained admission into the university, they informed my decisions. They helped me to choose the type of things I wanted to engage myself in the university, and I think that's where like all of my journey started from.
Really glad to see that your journey started from CTDF, right? But on to my next question, which is what SDG related projects have you worked on with CTDF?
Okay, so we have done a couple projects. I think one of the ones I can remember, right, was in 2019 when we went to a community in Ondo State, Ibule community, and it was around climate action and clean environments, which is SDG 13, where we cleaned up their community, cleaned up their water stream, cleaned up the marketplace, and we did a little bit of education for the market people, for the community, for people who reside in the community. Yeah, so that was one project. Another project that I've executed with CTDF was, I think, International Day of the Boy Child. One of the international days around children that celebrates children. So we went to Bola International Secondary School in Ondo State, in Akure, Ondo State, where we spoke to the young children, spoke to them about technical digital skills and how they could get in and all of those things. Another project was the International Day of the Girl Child. This was in 2020 in Abeokuta at Top T's Secondary School, nursery and primary school. It was a secondary school, yeah. We spoke to them about gender equality and how all of these issues affect us, trying to sensitize the boys about gender roles, talking to the children about gender roles and how it affects the societies. So like those are like couple projects that I can remember that we've executed. I executed with CTDF. Yeah.
All right. So now you've executed those numbers of projects. I would say that's a whole lot, right? About 4 to 3 projects there about. Now, in what do you see, or where do you, better still, where do you see CTDF in the coming years?
All right, so I've had thought about this at this retreat, right? Because it is a number of us who have been together since 2018, 2019, that we attended all of the various hangouts and trips that we've had. A number of us are still here today. And then I thought about it that will a time ever come where we will stop coming? Yeah. And I don't think the answer to that is yes. We would always keep coming. And I think it will get to a point where it will become, we'll probably have like an adult section and then a children's section, where we will be the ones in the adult section trying to like do adult things, and then we'll have the kids, and then we'll probably be the ones trying to inspire them or something around that. Or maybe we'll be the ones that will become facilitators at the time or something like that. But I do not see the CTDF vision dying. I don't see that at all, right? Because there is a community around it already, and that is what is going to give it the sustainability that we are thinking of. So that's why I think about CTDF doing impact on a larger scale, because many of us will become highly placed in the society, would have more access to resources that would help us to execute our impacts projects. So that's what I see about CTDF in the coming years.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I'm going to take a minute and take that all of that in. So thank you so much, Jason Ifemi Tente and Ashore. Thank you so much. That will be all.
All right. Thank you for speaking to me.
All right. Thank you.